Meow, 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 meow. Meow. Cheers. Cheers, dudes. First bong hit of the day. It's camera. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Welcome, dudes. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. I'm working on it, little dude. I am working on it, little dude. Oh, what's up, my dudes? Oh, hooty hoo. I'm sorry, I'm still coughing on that bong hit. Oh, I'll come to you here in a second. Oh, hell yeah. Let me cut this off and. Oh man. Oh man. I would take another one with you right now, but see you later, little jerk. I'm still coughing. Or trying to catch my throat, too. Mr. P has left for a moment because he took a treat down to the flow. So what are you coming down here for? Yo, your treats is on the shelf, little dude. My nose is running. You better go catch it. Here he comes. Who else is who else is as excited as I am for 2023? Previously on X-Men. Oh shit, I am so hyped up for that shit. I am so hyped up for that shit. Please, Mo, Apocalypse, explore Cable's story more. Bring Legion in. Bring David on into the scene. You know. X-Men was my shit. Yeah, baby. X-Men 97. And from what I've heard so far, and all the reports, is that, ain't it? They're going to pick up where the animated series left off, with Xavier sort of dying, but not really, and being taken off to the Shi'ar Empire, Oh, baby. Shoo. This could get really, really good. It was almost, well, I'm not gonna say ruined because they didn't really ruin shit, just agitated me a little bit, you know. It wasn't even like 2 hours after they made the announcement before clownfishies and people on YouTube are already, oh, they're gonna make this a bunch of woke garbage. And yeah, X Force especially, just because I'm a huge cable fan. So, you know, more X Force stuff, please. Yeah, graduation day. And they've already introduced the Shadow King, so they can get into that element of. I mean, I know that there was a lot more to Legion than the Shadow King battles and everything in the comic books, but you know, the fact that they've already introduced the Shadow King in the animated series would be a great way to pull David into the animated series. You know, because they really didn't do the Shadow King justice in the animated series. You know, so they could kind of kill two birds with one stone there. But it annoyed the fuck out of me that people were like right away, oh, Disney's just gonna make this a bunch of woke garbage and blah blah blah, and it's gonna be all about inclusion. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? You're worried that the X-Men is gonna be about inclusion? The X-Men, you know, literally created out of Stan Lee's desire for more diversity and, you know, the struggle against xenophobia. You know, like, it was the same people that complained about Loki becoming bisexual in the MCU. Like, this motherfucker's fathered a horse. You know, what the fuck are you talking about? I think Loki being interested in a couple men, you know, who fucking cares? He fathered a horse. He turned himself into a horse and fathered another horse, you know? Yeah, 100, 100. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and if they end up introducing Wicked and Speed, then, you know, then they have to tackle that the whole LGBTQ plus and inclusion thing, you know, and I hope that they do, you know, because the X-Men has always been about inclusion and second chances, and you know, I think just a whole bunch of people saw the animated series when they were kids and were too young to understand the what do you call it, the the underlying themes and shit, you know, and so now they're grown up and, you know, same people who used to say Roger Waters needs to stop being so political and go back to just making music. Like, where the fuck have you been? Alright, I'm not going to rant about that for the whole live stream, but, you know, I am super fucking psyched. And the House of Harkness, you know, that sounds amazing. Another season for What If. Yeah, you know, I am so fucking pumped for the future of the MCU. I do hope that they don't fuck it up. But, you know, they've been killing it with just about everything. I finally watched Shang-Chi, was it not last night, the night before. And, you know, I'm not even big on, like, martial arts kind of stuff, but Shang-Chi was fucking amazeballs, baby. Shang-Chi was fucking amazing. And I'm really, really anxious to see the Eternals, too. And, you know, I don't care what a bunch of I don't care what a bunch of idiots online have to say about it, you know, and review bombing Rotten Tomatoes and all of that shit. I don't fucking care. I want to see it. Yeah, What If was it's different. if you've read the What If comics, it's like that, but it's based on the MCU, and eventually, the episodes sort of pulled together, which is something that, they didn't do that in the comic books. The What If comics were pretty much just all like one shots. But, they were amazing. And, the animated series was amazing too. And, I thought that there's a lot of plot holes and stuff like that people aren't really happy about, and, legitimately not happy about it. And, yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, Howard the Duck. And all of those 100%. Those are movies that are bad in very good ways. And, like Friday the 13th, the series. Now granted that one was hit or miss, and some of the terrible episodes were just terrible. But the good, terrible episodes were good. Like the first episode, with the haunted doll. I love the haunted doll thing because I love haunts and I love dolls. So, that first episode, like right there, because, like stuff like Chucky and Talkie Tina, Annabelle, that's my gravy, baby. I love haunts and I love dolls. What more can you fucking ask for? And I know that, what's his name? Fuck. How can I never think of his name when I want to talk about it? Dude from Full Moon. God damn it, why can I not? I can never think of his name when I want to talk about him, but I know exactly who he is. Shit, why am I drawing a blank? But, yeah, I know both of you at least know who I'm talking about. Yeah. Fucking amazeballs, baby. It was, I don't know about that, but, fuck, what was his name? But you know who I'm talking about, Reanimator, Puppet Master, yeah. I don't think I've seen that, but yeah, where'd it go? I gotta remember which buttons do what. This was something that really, really surprised me about the elevated stash box enough that I wanted to bring it out here and talk about it, because it's it's it is a typical banger that you would get in a themed subscription box, but it's not. I've never gotten one like this in a themed subscription box before, because it's got the little core down inside of it. It's this is what you're going to pretty much always get in those themed subscription boxes when they include a banger. And this is pretty much the same, except that it's got the core down in there, and just to compare it, oh, that's the wrong banger. Excuse me that this one's actually a little bit dirty right now, but, there's one of my full-size quartz core bangers, and, yeah, it's, so it's nothing, like, it's nowhere near as good as this, but, for being the little banger that they include with the box, like they would normally do, that is amazing. And I did post the where'd I go? I'm around here somewhere. I did post the piece on both Instagram and Facebook, and or at least my personal Facebook page. But I put it on Instagram too. But the piece, well, fuck, I'll just show you again because I already posted it. So, this is way more amazing than it looks, because that shower head perk down in there is not a typical shower head perk. It's a glass enclosure that attaches to the downstem piece right here. I guess you'd still call that a downstem, but same thing, even though it's permanent. But yeah, so that is underneath of the honeycomb. That's all the way solid down to the bottom of the glass with a little hole that comes out into here, and then it's and there's a this little ball. I don't know how the fuck it does it, but it does it amazingly. Works as a splash guard, and there's a little hole on the back to not only keep it hollow, but you can actually get down inside of there with cleaning stuff if you do need to clean the inside of the ball out. And you can see how much water I've got in here, and check it out. Oh, that time I got one little drop of splashback, but none after that. And I've used this thing like I've used this thing probably a dozen times already since I did that box. Well, maybe not a dozen, a half dozen times, I'll say, since I got the box yesterday, because I was dabbing like all day long yesterday, and using this rig, and it hits amazingly. It really does. But Elevated Stash always comes through. Elevated Stash always comes through with good stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna miss doing Elevated Stash. I'm gonna miss all of these boxes every month. I'm probably not gonna really know what to do with myself not having boxes coming. And I saw that one. I wanted that one, and I wanted the one from the year before too. Because they both looked amazing. Just way too rich for me. But I'm not gonna be used to not having boxes come in every month and getting new rigs every month. But that being said, we do still got 2.5 more unboxings, because I already filmed the Elevated Stash, obviously, and that's the half, because it still needs to be edited and uploaded. And then there's a surprise from Fat Ass Glass on the way. I'm not 100% sure. I think I know. I think somebody bought that for me and is having it shipped to me. And I think I know who it is, but, I don't want to say that publicly until I actually talk to him. But that's awesome. I always love to get new stuff. And, I very highly appreciate it. I fucking do, baby. And I love you. But, yeah. And what's probably going to be our last unboxing is Don't Eat the Gum. How fucking fitting, right? How fucking fitting is that? And we got the $100 box coming, too. We got the $100 box to close things out. I wish I could have done the $200 box to close it up. But, you work with the budget you have, I guess. And everything that we got from Nightmare Toys was amazeballs, and everything that we got from the previous Fat Ass Glass, all the Fat Ass Glass stuff that we did for this month already, was amazing. You know, that shit, if you didn't see the video, that's the replacement rig for the broken one, which is exactly the same, except that this one's not broken. And that is fucking dope. And she hits amaze balls too. You know, that's what we talked about before about novelty only goes so far if there's not function. You know, I mean, it's just, I'm not going to harp back over all that ceramic bullshit, but you know, you gotta have a good smoking experience to impress me. I'm saying. Hell yeah, I'm glad that I could show you, you know, to some good boxes because excuse me, you know, reach for it, little dude. That's what it's all about, is, you know, is sharing my love for this stuff and not influencing, recommending, you know, recommending. And I definitely highly recommend all of those. And, you know, Fat Ass Glass is my favorite 420, 710 smoking supply subscription, and Elevated Stash is easily my number 2. Really, I haven't communicated with them the way that I've communicated with Andrew and Kevin, you know, but I fucking appreciate the fuck out of them, man, because they have been on time, they have been quality, they have, you know, everything has just been fantastic with Elevated Stash. Right, yeah, that's exactly my point, you know, I mean, like, again, this bullshit, you know, it looks cool, it looks fucking cool, baby, it is, you know, as an art piece, that's cool as shit, but, I mean, goddamn, man, you gotta smoke. It looks cool, but what's the fucking point if you can't smoke out of it, you know? I mean, and then while Elevated Stash is sending shit like this. Well, as a matter of fact, the Hippie Butler, the month after that one, was when I quit, so I don't have one. But they sent a pineapple one that looked, you know, is exactly like that one, except it was a pineapple, but same ceramic bullshit design and everything, you know. And then that very next month, Elevated Stash dropped this, you know. That is how it's done. And this makes an amazing rig, too. This makes an amazing rig. And last month's rig, well, it's a rig for me. I know most people are probably using it as a bong, but, you know, that's how you do it, baby. Well, the banger is from Fat Ass Glass, but, you know, that is how you fucking do it, baby. That is how you do it. And that's, you know, the other thing. So, we're gonna, yeah, I've had some hit or miss experiences with the weed box, and, you know, yeah, I don't feel anywhere close, you know. I think I'd rather, sometimes I think I'd rather get one of my lesser favorite boxes from Elevated Stash than I would to get one of my favorite boxes from the weed box. And I'd definitely rather get something from Fat Ass Glass, because nothing is my less favorite from Fat Ass Glass, because it's always amazing. You know, that's the benefit to not being a themed box and to basing it around the customer that way, because, you know, it's a lot harder to be disappointed when the box is about you, you know. It's, you know, they say that in the mystery box game, you know. Yeah, the $20 is going to be pretty easy to fill just because you don't expect much for $20, and so it's fairly easy to come up with good boxes, I would think, at a $20 level. But with Fat Ass Glass, they've got, what's the lowest one, I think was like $7.50 a month, and that's basically the same thing. It's like a little hand pipe, and then they've got, was it $25 for the American made hand pipe subscription. And then they got mystery flower and dab rig boxes starting at $25. It's like, holy shit, man. But yeah, so there's that saying in the mystery box game, is that not every box is going to be for everybody. Well, when you're not doing themes and you're basing it around the individual customers, every box is for everybody, or at least everybody's box is for them. No, I don't. I really, honestly, I haven't tried to reach out to either one for one, just because, I got the, yeah, exactly. Andrew's, everything that he deals with is fucking great. But yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, I had a affiliate account with Hippie Butler, and I had one with another store that I'm not even gonna mention now because of just some unfinished issues. I'm just gonna say, but my experience with the affiliate accounts was just meh. Qualifying purchases that then, they can decide to, if they just up and decide that somebody's purchase didn't qualify, then they say, oh, you've just made this much money on this reference and blah, blah, blah. And then like 5 minutes later, you get an email saying, that this has been redacted from your credits and blah, blah, blah. Like, fuck you too. Yeah, I mean, that's, what that was. But I felt like it was more headache than it was anything. And so, I'm just not that worried about it. Like, I think the Hippie Butler, it took me like, I think, they wouldn't give you a payout until you reached $50. And then it took me like 3 or 4 months before I reached the $50. And, it was just a lot of bullshit I felt along the way of non-communication and it just basically, I'll just make a long story short and say my experience with affiliate accounts really turned me off to affiliate accounts, and so I've just kind of backed out of that, and I'm happy to tell you, and when I can afford them, to show you what boxes I like. And everything, and what's in this box, that box, and I'll just give you the link to the website, because I don't need to benefit from giving you advice and recommendations or whatever you want to call it, recommendations, so that's gravy, I guess, as my mom would have said in a situation like this, my reward is you getting something that you're gonna enjoy and that you're gonna like. Like when I was a kid, and Mom would take us to Shenandoah Acres to go swimming and stuff, and Mom would be up on the beach just chilling, and we'd be in the water playing. I'd be like, Mom, why what's the point if you're going to come out here and not even get in the water and have fun? And, she always say, no, I'm just having fun watching you have fun. Of course, I didn't know at that time that she was aquaphobic, but, that's another story for another day, I suppose. But, I'm happy to recommend happiness, if that makes sense. It really is. And, especially, fat ass glass and don't eat the gum because, I think that both Kevin and Andrew are great dudes and they provide a great service. So I'm really happy to recommend them. And with Elevated Stash, I haven't really had any relation or discussion, conversation with the people at Fat Ass Glass, really. But what they're doing is a really, really awesome thing. And what they're delivering is a really awesome thing. And, I'm a big fan of both their boxes and their mission. Um, so I'm happy to recommend it. I'm happy to recommend that shit, baby. And, I will take donations, but, but I am definitely happy to recommend some stuff. And speaking of that, segue, segue on the subway. Um, God damn it! Now I'm hungry. Think about subways and shit. Um, yeah. So tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'm gonna film anything tomorrow or not because I gotta go to the grocery store, and I have no idea how much time that's gonna eat up. And I can't really sit here, get stoned, and do a good video, and then go grocery store. I can't do it. Um, but uh, if I have time, then I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that best of worst of boxes. That's the plan. And Tuesday, I'm planning to get up and edit the elevated stash video. And, you know, or no, Tuesday. If I have time Tuesday morning, I'll go ahead and edit the elevated stash video. But the that other package from Fat Ass Glass is supposed to come Tuesday. So hopefully we'll be filming again on Tuesday. Hell yeah, man! I would appreciate it. There's no need. You don't need to. Um, I'll be happy to take it, and I'll be happy to share it here on YouTube. Um, but you don't have to, But I will be grateful. I'm sorry if I send confusing mixed messages, but you get what I'm saying. Uh, which is the same thing, I told the other person that I believe ordered me the box from Fat Ass Glass. And the same thing, it's, I don't expect it. It's definitely not required. And it's not something that I ask of you. Um, but it is moving, I do highly appreciate it. Uh, you know, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Um, so then, it's probably not going to be too terribly long before Don't Eat the Gum ships. And so I've still got those other two poems to edit and upload. And then I've got like 3 more videos, including that episode of the Stooney Shaman's Corner on managing hallucinations. Um, so, I've still got I've got stuff to edit left for the month. And, you know, yeah, Yeah, and definitely, 100, 100. Your daughter is way more important than my crazy stony ass, obviously. Uh, you know, take care of your girl, baby. Take care of your girl. And, you know, that's, that's the most important thing in the world. Um, but yeah, so, we're going to have we'll just say that, we're going to have a ton of fun. And some seriousness this month, too. And I did have yet another idea for the Stony Shaman's Corner, but I might just talk about it here, and maybe this would be my YouTube clip to upload like I've been doing these past couple live streams. Uh, Hell yeah, man! I will be here. I will be here, ready in a new year, baby. And I'm planning. Hopefully, if things go the way that I'm hoping to do a couple unboxings again. Order a couple boxes in April. Uh, since April is my birthday month. And then, what I'm kind of thinking is maybe we could make that the annual tradition for Mega Month every November and do more unboxings again. Um, but I had an idea for another idea for the Stony Shaman's Corner that I want to call the sissy philosophy, because it's basically I want to talk about why calling somebody a sissy, calling somebody, or saying, like those old things that they used to say when we were growing up, like, you throw like a girl and blah, 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 or you play with dolls, that's for girls. And, why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? And spoiler alert, I know the reason why. Because the way we've been conditioned to think that, or to the sissy philosophy, basically what I'm saying boils down to this conditioning that men have taught for thousands of years, really, to portray and convey this notion that femininity or women in general are weak. Look at all that shit that they talk now about, the science of, bone densities and, all of that shit without talking about human conditioning, training, dedication, focus, all of that shit, because there's this just inherent notion, because we've bred it into the culture, again, that femininity is weak. Women are weak. So I can tell you firsthand, growing up in Stanton, VA, baby, I grew up with women, or, well, girls, because, we were teenagers and kids and shit, but I knew girls that could outrun pretty much any dude in town. I knew girls who could out wrestle and out fight almost any dude in town. Women are strong in nature. Men are strong in nature too. Women are strong in nature too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that there is absolutely no truth to the sissy philosophy. And so, I'm probably just going to, instead of doing that whole episode, I'm just going to clip out this, because my message about that is short and simple. To stop, maybe we'll do another bigger-ish episode for that if I ever do my leftist channel and talk about it more there. But I do want to say that um, stop putting down men for being girly, and too sissy. You know, a guy can play with dolls and still be strong. Um, a guy can play with trucks and be weak. Women can play with cars and be strong or be weak. One has nothing to do with the other. I love dolls. You know, my mama carried me for my crazy stony ass in her womb for 9 months. You know, she was not weak. Right, exactly. Um, remember playing in, Little League Baseball. Um, I know where I played baseball anyway. They had girls play with us, and nobody really thought anything of it. We just all played together and we had fun, and we learned about the sport of baseball. And you know, but when a trans kid wants to play, it becomes a totally different thing. Like if we take all the trans kids, you take a trans girl and force her to play with the boys, well, that's not right either. And then, but if you take a trans girl and she can't play with the girls, where does that kid play? Are you going to deny them the participation and inclusion? Um, the sissy philosophy is unfounded, untrue, and unfair. And, I think we should absolutely crush the sissy philosophy and X it out of our mindsets. But we've got a lot of work to go for that. And, I understand that. And that's why I still respect people that are homophobic, transphobic, or have the sissy philosophy. I've still got a lot of respect for those that are, who openly admit and are honest with themselves, like Dave Chappelle, that, that's what it is, because sometimes you can't necessarily help how you've been conditioned. All you can do is try to work on it. So, I'll just stop now, save the rest for the leftist channel, and say, stop the sissy philosophy. I'm sorry, I just had to say it. I just wanted to say it. Yeah, for real, You've seen women come back injured from war, or we've had women who died in war. We've had women who survived the trenches in war. And the same with the men, when you're out there in a situation like that, that's proof, at least for me, that the sissy philosophy is bullshit, because you throw people into a situation like that where none of that shit matters anymore. And, what do? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You work as a team. Right, exactly. And the same thing, if I could just amend what you say right there, and the same thing with gender. Sex, gender, sexual preference, none of that shit has anything to do with how strong or weak or in between you are. It's just, it's who you are. And, it's like I've said 100 times, well, more than 100 times probably, on this channel. Nobody has to be the best. Because no matter how good you are, there's always going to be somebody better. Just try to be a little bit better than you were the day before. Try is, all we can do. Right. And left, Left is cool too. Right and left, We need both. All right, so I'm probably gonna regret this, but I got 2 more pre-rolls left, so we're gonna have a little pie face. I'm probably gonna regret this because by the end of the video, I'm gonna be stupid again. Like, sit here for 20 minutes. Right? Yeah, same here. You know, that's why I laugh so hard at people online talking that, you know, stop being a sheep. Stop being a sheep because you take Dr. Fauci's advice. You know, like, where the fuck am I gonna get my medical advice from? A fucking preacher? Give me a fucking break, you know? So, yeah, you know. All right, let's do this. Let's do this like Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Ain't it? I smoking right with you, baby. Smoke it right with you. Sorry, I couldn't pull it up the screen because I was lighting my witches. I was lighting my witches joint. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, do I make you stony? Oh, man, shit. This is not the best tasting of the pie face, but, you know, 100 100, it does the job, and the feels are perfectly fine. Uh, I just gotta stop lighting them up when I'm getting ready to talk about something that I had planned to talk about because then I end up sitting there rambling and just waste half the fucking joint, man. I'll save that kind of wastefulness for the Stooney Shaman's Quarter. Oh, I literally just got a message on my phone about charging my phone while my phone is charging. Charge your phone. Take your phone off of the charger and charge that shit. That's basically what my phone just told me. I'm sorry, I forgot. Gotta Zenova said it's okay to forget. mm. Actually, um, there might be an unboxing next month. Right. Uh, that I might have an unboxing next month. I'm not decided yet because one, I don't know if it's gonna actually happen, if I'm gonna actually be able to get it, or if you know, or if I get it and decide that I want to do a video on it. But there's a chance that I might end up with a Oculus Quest 2 next month. Um, and you know, if I do, you know, I mean, I thought about doing an unboxing and maybe do the casting thing to this laptop so that we could, you know, I could do a little bit in depther or whatever you call it, you know, a little gameplay kind of shit. Um, it's just that so many people have already done that, you know. There's like literally a zillion fucking a Google number of views on Google or videos on Google. It's a Google number on Google. Oh, Google. Because right now I've got two Oculus devices. I've got my Rift S in the back that I love, but I fucking hate because I always gotta have those two goddamn cords attached to the computer. And, you know, I have to depend on the fucking computer for every fucking thing with that thing, man. No. Hell yeah. The, I've heard that the PSVR was good, but lacking on clarity. Well, at least compared to the Rift S and the Quest. But uh, I don't like being tethered. You know, I don't like that cord. And I've got an Oculus Go that I use in the living room, but the Oculus Go kind of sucks and the battery life really sucks. Oh yeah, I mostly play a bunch of dumb shit. Like sometimes I'll play those free games on Steam, but you know, most of my time in VR is honestly like experiences and stuff. Oh yeah, you know, I don't. I'm very curious to play to try out the was it San Andreas that they're gonna release on the Quest 2, but I'm not gonna buy it if there's no cheat codes and easy to enter cheat codes because those games piss me off like a motherfucker. They're fun, but they piss me off like a motherfucker because I suck at those kind of games. Um, and well, I mean, I suck at most games, but um, you know, it pisses me off. I don't want to pay what's it, like $60 or something when that shit came out for a game that's just gonna sit there and piss me off. You know, and although man, I guess it's better to be pissed off than to be pissed on, right? But hello, there's laws all around. A bunch of laws from all of y'alls. La la la. But the what was the name of the was it was it Darkwood? No, not Darkwood Manor. That was the haunted house in Luray, I think. It was it was something like that. I can't remember what it was, but it was something that sounded like Darkwood Manor. Um, but anyway, it's basically a walkthrough haunted house in VR. I had it originally on the Gear VR. I got it on the my Oculus or shit, my Oculus Go, as well as my Rift S, and it's basically a haunted house, and they change it up every so often, and when they update the app. But you basically the gameplay in it is just you walking through the house and choosing which paths to go and everything. And there's a bunch of different shit that you could see, but it does always end the same and everything. But it's the just the experience of walking through the haunted house, and it does so much stuff that you couldn't do with an actual house. Like there's the part where there's a you're walking through this long corridor, and but you're walking down a bridge through the middle of it, and underneath of you down below is the floor, and then above you is the ceiling, and then you get like halfway across the bridge and everything just stops and the lights go out, and then it cuts back on, flickers back on, and the whole room just starts spinning around you until the ceiling is on the floor and the floor is on the ceiling, and then you end up finish walking through, and it's, you know, it doesn't sound anywhere near as fucking cool as it actually is. But you know, spoiler alert, you always die at the end. Or, well, you know, and that, nothing to it, you know. I mean, you pretty much always just die at the end. But it's fucking awesome, you know. Oh, I am sorry, me. I am sorry, me. Sorry, me, say la vie. God damn, man. I hate when I get down to the fucking ends of these joints and they just go right out. Before it's done, I mean. But yeah, and the Face Your Fears experiences on Oculus were fucking awesome too. I haven't tried that one. I'll have to look that up. Is that on Oculus? Cause well, actually, I have 3 devices. Well, I've got one for my phone too that I tried once and it's just so I haven't used it again. And in the closet is my Gear VR, but yeah. But in the living room, I've got my Oculus Go, and in the back, I got my Rift S. But I really want to get that Quest 2. I want to get the Quest 2, and I want to get the, what do you call it, the Elite strap with the battery pack main. That would be fucking dope. Yo, what up, my dude? Stooney and live. Oh my. That's too bad, man. I quit smoking yesterday. Yeah, so yeah. I might, if I end up getting it, I might go ahead and unbox it and do the, little gameplay and demo and shit. I'm anxious to try out the hand tracking in it. My real question is still going to be 100, 100. Maybe cover your ears if you don't want to hear it. But, my number one question on it is still adult entertainment. How well it's going to work on that. But I don't have any doubts that it's going to be at least as good or better than what I already have. The Rift S is pretty fucking good with it. It's just, that cord. That fucking cord, man. And the Go just ain't nowhere near the level that the Rift is. So, I wouldn't mind, having a bunch of different VR headsets to just alternate through. The Go, well, the Gear VR was my first real VR headset. I mean, I had tried the cardboard thing before that, but it was, the cardboard thing was weak. But the Gear VR got me to do things that I can't do in real life, and that's what made it so fun. Like, one of the first things I started doing right away was using it for, like, therapeutic type of things, like work at, being in high places that I'm not going to go to in real life because 100, 100, I'm just fucking scared to death. I'm phobic. But I don't know if it's the fall or if it's the height or the fall. But, it didn't get rid of those phobias or anything, but it did make it a little bit better, if that makes sense. And it got me able to enjoy roller coasters. Like, I can't do roller coasters in real life. I had that, epic roller coasters or something like that, or they had like a couple free ones and then a pack that you could buy. You could buy individual ones, or you could just buy the pack and get everything that they had, and that's what I did. And I can't do roller coasters, but that enabled me to be able to do roller coasters. Hell yeah, man. Have a good one, Mr. Freeze. Chill it out. Yeah, so I'm But yeah, I want to try out all the new ones too. I want to try out the what's it called, the Vive Flow. The Vive Flow looks cool. Um, a lot of people are, you know, I don't like the price of it for what it is, but not being able to do good gaming at $500 without a battery pack is kind of weak. But I'm not really doing hardcore gaming in VR anyway, personally. Um, and I like that idea of it being just, like a pair of sunglasses, really. The only question I have about it is the immersion, because you've got outside light. Um, then usually you need good lighting in there for the sensors to pick everything up. So you know, external light coming into it could be a little bit weird, but I don't know because I haven't tried it. You know, if the Vive, if you want to send me one, I'd be happy to have it, baby. I'd be happy to have it. But not really. Yeah, they'd be like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I'd be like, "I don't know." Call my mama, ask her. But VR is fucking cool. I love VR for so many different things. But and I am seriously. I guess this is something we need to still talk about too, because I am still seriously considering opening up additional channels. Um, I am seriously considering doing. They wouldn't be probably regularly posted on channels, but I think I might do one for politics and social stuff, and then do another one for just like open sex talk and shit, perviness allowed, some shit like that, maybe do a few, erotic stories, or, um, more of the erotic poems. Well, I haven't even released the definition of sex, and that was the only one that, at least that I felt, that was actually really good. But I do have more. uh, but also, just to talk about pervy and sexy stuff. I might even do a couple live streams over there. Um, it's YouTube, so can't do nothing too big, but don't nobody want to see me go too far on that shit anyway, right? And in this channel, we can just continue focusing on fun and Stooney Shaman's Corner kind of stuff. Um, and I do still really want to get into, you know, like filming shit. It's just, I need a team. I can't film nothing. Well, I mean, I can film this on my own. I could film myself sitting in here, but uh, it's hard to make an actual production outside, like filming as a one man gang. I'm not. What was his name? Hakeem, some shit like that. I ain't no one man gang. Uh, and I want to do that animated series too. Um, I had a what was it? Poser from like I think 6 or 7 years ago. So I don't even know how good that software would be now, but I never learned how to use it. So um, I guess I was just a poser. You know, I bought the software so I could learn how to animate and just never learned how to animate. That post effects was fucking fun because, you know, it had all those pre-made animations that you could just kind of drag in and then just further animate their size and depth and direction and shit like that. It was actually pretty gravy. But I mean, it was like, what was it, $30 a month or something like that. And DaVinci is free. DaVinci is free. Although I would have been happy to have the Vegas if shit, if the multi-tracking had have been easier in there, man. But if you've ever synced audio in multi-cam shots in Vegas, it is a fucking nightmare unless you have time codes. If you have time codes, and you can just sync everything together by time code, easy fucking peasy lemon squeezy. But if you have to sync everything by audio and look for those snaps or claps, fuck. They add, what was it, the 2 days I think that it took when they added in the sync by sound feature in Vegas finally, and it took like 2 days to sync a, what was it, hour and a half long video, I think. That's not good, I mean, hell, at that time Cyberlink even could do it in an instant, and when I discovered DaVinci, that was over. But and there's a whole bunch of other shit I still want to do too. I want to do some VR shit, pulling that conversation back out of the pants, because VR is fucking amazing. And if I could get out, man, I would love to go do some like nature stuff around here, because that would be a great thing to share with you guys here on YouTube. Because, spoiler alert, I live in the Great Valley of Virginia, and even though the people and the institutions and the culture here can be a really big fucking problem, the sights are, the nature, I should say, from, natural chimneys up to the Skyline Drive and the Blue Ridge Parkway, I mean, even, or the other direction up into Highland County and, across Jack Mountain and up where, you soaked with dew every single morning. You're soaked in dew every single morning. And, if I had, obviously I don't right now. I have the, the Samsung Gear VR thing. So I don't even know shooting in VR on that thing would even be worth it. Because it wouldn't be 3D, and I think it would only be like half K or 2K, something like that, So, but if I had a real VR rig, could go up in the mountains and shit and just take you guys on tours through the shit, maybe go up on the mountain and have a smoke sesh off a trail, that'd be fun. And I could share a little piece of Virginia, baby. Share a little piece of Virginia. Unfortunately, I've been basically stuck inside this apartment for the past 2 years, so I haven't been able to go out and do any of that shit. And it shows. And it shows. I am, I should be, what do you call it, I should be observed for the effects of isolation and vitamin D lack of vitamin D, you know, the effects on the brain, the effects on the brain. Um, Test subject. I think that was the word I was looking for. I should be a test subject. Because in the end, that's all any of us really are in life. It's just test subjects. We're just tests for the subject of life. And snake bites. Or something to those effects. Cheers. Surprise cheers. Oh, yeah, dude. All right. Oh, oh, that was cool. But whoa, shit. I am. I guess I'm sticky. I guess I'm just sticky today. Oh shit. Uh, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and roll up out of here. Speaking of VR, and go hang out in VR for a little bit. Um, and yeah, I'll be back to work here. If not tomorrow, Tuesday, and the elevated stash video is. Well, I mean, I don't know that the video itself is gonna be amazeballs, but it was a solid box. It was a solid box, and I'm looking forward to editing and releasing the that Stooney Shaman's Corner too. But you know, it's stuff to come. You know, I'll wrap it up, but stuff to come, stuff to come. So I'll see you all guys in the next one, and I'll be back next week. Rain, snow, or well, actually, you know, I'll be back. I'll just say that I'll be back. Love you guys. Bye. I'm just Stooney. I'm just a Stooney dummy.